Hello and welcome to this introductory video to Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is a really useful online communication and collaboration tool that's available to all Heriot-Watt staff. We can use Teams to make or receive audio or video calls, much like we would have done with Skype. We can also use it for instant chat with individuals or groups of colleagues, and we can even create, upload, share and edit our documents together. Teams has a lot more to offer. However, for this introductory video, I'm only going to focus on these three main components. Teams is part of Office 365. Office 365 is a range of apps and services that are designed to help us with our productivity at work. And to access all of the Office 365 apps, type portal.hw.ac.uk into your browser. Alternatively, if you're working on a mobile device, you can download the MyHWU app from the Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store. Once you're through to the portal, have a look around for the tile that says Office 365. I can see mine here in the bottom right hand corner. However, remember that this portal is customizable, so your tile may have ended up somewhere else. Once you click on the Office 365 tile, you'll see a screen like this. At the top of the screen, you'll see lots of Office 365 apps, Outlook, OneDrive, Word, but over on the right hand side I can see that Teams is available to me. So I could click there and it would take me straight into Teams. If this is the first time you've logged in, you might find that Teams is not there. Don't panic. Click on All Apps, which will take you through to a list of all the available apps, and you'll be able to locate Teams in the list. Another way into Teams is if you're in your university webmail, click on what we call the waffle. You'll find the waffle up here in the top left hand corner. It's 9 dots. You'll see apps, and I can see here that Teams is available to me, and I can click on it and go straight through from my university webmail as well. If at any point you hit a screen that looks like this, it's just looking for your university email and password. So I'm using the short form of my email address, JHM5, so the code rather than the name, and my university password, and that will take me right through to the Teams home page. What does that look like? Let's have a look at the Teams home screen and how to navigate our way around. All the teams that you're involved with will appear in the middle of the screen. You can see that I'm involved with lots of teams, so I've been using it for a while, so don't panic if you don't have any teams here. You can still use the functionality of Teams without being part of a team. If you want to join or create a team, you can do so up in the top right hand corner. However, please do not create teams for your school, for your directorate, for your division, or for your local team. This will be done automatically for you by the Enhancing Online Collaboration project. So if you do create a team, please make it ad hoc, and it may disappear at some point. Over on the left, we've got our navigation bar as well, where you can see your activity, messages, teams that you're involved with, and if you click on the 3 wee dots, you'll see 2 more options for calls and files. And that's a very brief introduction to navigating your way around Teams. Let's now look at video and audio calls, and there's a couple of ways of doing this. If you go over to the navigation bar on the left hand side, click on the 3 dots, find the button that says Calls. When we click on Calls, it will bring me through to a screen and it will list lots of people that I'm in regular contact. So here's people who are in my team or people who I speak to regularly, and I can call them direct from there. I want to make a fresh call though to somebody different, so I'm going to do Make Call. I can type in their name at the top if I want to find somebody, or I can do an audio call or a video call by clicking on either of these icons. I'm going to do an audio call to my line manager, Sheila Williams. So that's calling Sheila now, so I'm going to quickly hang up before I disturb her too much. And when I hang up from Sheila, interestingly, it takes me back to the chat that I was having with Sheila previously. So that's a quick introduction to calling on Teams. What about chatting and instant messaging? So we have a chat button over here on the left. I can click on the chat. Next column along shows me all the chats that I'm involved with recently. So these are individuals, but also these are people who are groups as well. If I want to start a new chat, I can click on this button, New Chat, type in the person that I'm looking for. So again, I just want to chat with Sheila again, so I'm going to type in Sheila Williams. And here's a chat that I started earlier today. So I want to add in a bit more information, so I go to the bottom and I type my new message. Thanks for joining the team, Sheila. Along the bottom, I've got a load of buttons that I can press. If I want to find some formatting options, I can click on this button and it opens it up a little bit with the formatting options now. I can add an attachment, I can add a calendar invite, but I want to add maybe a little emoji. So I'm going to put a little smiley face in there to cheer up Sheila's day. And then I'm going to put some bold text there to say, "You're doing a great job, boss." Okay, and then once my message is ready, I click on the bottom right hand corner button for the little triangle to send. Also notice while I'm in my chat here, I can also do a call. So up in the top right hand corner, you'll see the little video icon and the little telephone icon. So I can call directly as well from the chat screen. Onto the calendar now. So the calendar, the button for the calendar is over on the left hand side, and you can see that my calendar has lots of appointments at the moment. So I just click on calendar. This calendar is synchronizing right now with my Outlook calendar, so anything that I had put into my Outlook calendar also appears in my Teams calendar. I click on New Meeting in the top right corner. I give my new meeting a title, Off-Site Working. I'm not going to pick a location. I'm going to say let's meet on Teams, so we'll do it online. I'm going to invite my colleague Keith to join me, so I can see attendees Keith Aitchison. The meeting will start at 12 p.m, it will finish at 12:30 p.m, and I'm going to pop in a message here to let Keith know what my meeting is going to be about. And once I click on schedule, that will send Keith an invite, and that invite will go to his email, so straight into Outlook, and if Keith accepts it, it will input that into his calendar. And Keith's Teams calendar and his Outlook calendar will synchronize, and they'll be the same. Now on the day of the meeting at 12 p.m, Keith can go into his Outlook calendar and he will see the invite to the meeting, and it includes this link here. So where it says join Microsoft Teams meeting, Keith will see that as well. He'll be able to click on the link and join the meeting online. Now on to creating, sharing and editing files in Teams. So first of all, creating and sharing things on Teams. I'm going to go into one of my teams. So I'm going to go into this one, Sheila and Jamie Catch Up Team. And if I click on files along the top, I have some options. So you'll see we have 3 files on the go at the moment in the middle. I could add a new file. I could upload something from my computer. Or I could actually even download these files. So if I wanted to work on them on my computer offline, if I click on new, you'll see there's Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and so on. So I can create a new document right here in Teams. I've created a Word document and I've tried to call it test document, but we already have a test document in our Teams here. So I'm going to change it to test document 1.5. And it opens up a Word document for me. And I can type away and I can format the text. So I'm going to change the size here. And one of the handiest features about this for collaboration is the comments and conversation button in the top right hand corner. So if I click on comments, this will put a comment in at this text. So I'm going to say, what do you think of this paragraph? And then if I click the little send button, it will put in a little comment there. Or if I want a general conversation about the document, I can put, what do you think of this document, into the conversation button. And as long as I remember to click on the send button, that'll be fine. Now I forgot to click on send, and it gives me a reminder that I didn't actually enter that comment. How do I save this file? I just do close and it auto saves it for me. So there's the test document 1.5 that I created. I can also upload something that I've already made from my own files, and I can download these files onto my computer. Going back to Teams, I'm going to go into a chat this time, and I can share files while I'm chatting as well. So I can click on Files. So I'm in my chat with Sheila. I click on Files along the top. I can click on Share, and I can either upload it from my hard drive on my computer, or I can do it from my OneDrive. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to upload this document called Training Learning Outcomes. Click on Share. Now the document doesn't appear in this area here as you might expect, but if I go back to the chat, so I click on Chat at the top, you'll see that the file appears there as part of the conversation. So Sheila can see that file now, and that's us shared it in our conversation. Okay. So for this last little section, I'm just going to click on here and I'm going to show you how to edit a document that's already on Teams. So I said here we've got our four documents now between Sheila and I. I can go into this document that we wrote 3 weeks ago and I can change a bit. So I'm going to change a bit here. I am making changes to this document. Now, I want to put a comment in here to let Sheila know what I've done. So I put a comment, click New, start the conversation and just say I've changed this part because, sorry, I've changed this part to tidy it up a bit. Remember to hit the enter button. And you see it puts in a little speech bubble, purple speech bubble there. So when Sheila comes to look at this document, she can see the change that I've made and my justification for it. Again, how do I save that change that I've just done? Not a problem, I just go to close in the top right hand corner and that's me sorted. It's auto-saving it for me as I go along. So that's the end of this very brief introduction to Teams. There will be more hands-on and in-depth training available over the next few weeks and months, so please watch out for those being advertised. But for just now, thank you for watching and goodbye.